Okay guys, so I just wanted to show you the bike I got as a bloody wasp. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I thought I'd show you my bike and explain why I chose it and what I like and dislike about it. So for reference, let me just undo my chin strap, make me breathe a little better. Not that it's tight, but speaking inside the helmet, I don't know, it's making me out of breath for some reason. God, I'm so unfit. But anyway, the bike. It's a CB125F and the colour is called Matte Marble Blue, and I'm really happy with the colour. When I was in the dealership, I went to Laguna Honda in Aylesford, Maidstone, and they had I think they had red and black there in stock, and I saw I think it was a CB500R with like a matte blue colour. So I asked them, said, do they do it in that colour? And they said, yep, it's new for this year. So I think it was exact same colour, if not it was very close. So I thought, oh god, I've got to have that. And luckily they had one in stock in Canterbury. I mean, it would take an extra couple of weeks to get it because of that. Because Laguna have a Honda dealership in Maidstone, Aylesford Maidstone, sorry, and Canterbury, and they had this in Canterbury. So I had to get shipped up, which was quite handy. Might have been a few more weeks if they hadn't had it down there. But I'm really chuffed with the colour. See a lot of CB125Fs. You don't see a lot of blue ones. Not this matte marble blue colour, it's called. It's new for 2024, and I'm really chuffed with it. I think it's a fantastic colour. Really happy with that. But anyway, why I chose this bike was I had a choice. Well, I had a quick look down Laguna in Maidstone. I think they had some KTM 125s and a Kawasaki 125. I mean, they were really nice bikes. And then I went to Honda, had a look, and there was this and the CB125R. Obviously the CB125R is a better bike overall. Well, depending on what you need it for, I guess it's considered a better bike, isn't it? It's got ABS, I think, better display, more horsepower. Objectively, on paper, it's a better bike. But it was also over £1,000 more than this on the road. And some of the other bikes that I checked out, those all for about four grand. Actually, well, compared to cars, these bikes are very cheap, which is one of the reasons I'm getting into biking, because cars are astronomically expensive now. And for this, I paid, I think it was £3,000 on the road, and that included data. Sorry, car going past. That included the tracker instalment, and it also, what else did it include? Something else, but anyway, I think they had a £300 off deal at the time. It was about 3,100 on the road, and so I got it for 2,800 on the road, and I've got a service package and data tool tracker on it as well. So all in all, I paid about £3 on the road. That's with a tracker. I don't know how long them deals last for, the 300 quid off and all that lot, but I'm sure you can haggle. And all the other decent bikes that I saw were about £4. Admittedly, the other bikes would be nicer. I think would be better, objectively on paper. But now I've got this. Obviously, I've got nothing else to compare it to. It's a really nice bike. I've only had it like 2 weeks, and I've done about 80 miles. So take what I say with a pinch of salt. But so let's start with the things I don't like about it. This is just first impressions. Obviously I have no long-term data on it, but just for first impressions, let's start with things I don't like. I wish it had slightly fatter tyres, just for aesthetic reasons. These tyres are perfectly serviceable. They do a good enough job, gives you loads of grip. They're plenty wide enough to keep you on the road, and obviously they're thinner, because they're thinner, they're a bit more economical. I just think for aesthetic reasons, I just wish I was a little bit wider. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with them. Once you're sitting on the bike, you don't really care anyway. It's just when you're off it aesthetically. So the tyres, maybe. What else don't I like? Oh, there was one thing. There was the front brake. I wish it could angle down a bit, but I think there's a locator pin in it, so you can't. So it's at that angle, and that's that. But I've got used to it now, so it is what it is. I'm used to it. You soon get used to it. Instead of being down like that, it's a bit like that. So it was a bit annoying to start with, but like I say, once you've got used to it, it's really not a problem anymore. The rear drum brake's not very strong, but that's that's to be expected from a drum brake. And I wish there was a disc at the back, but it's not really needed with a bike this weight. It's about 120 kilos with fuel in it, I think. So it's very light. I mean, the rear brake really, it doesn't do a huge amount. It's just there for slow speed manoeuvring really, and just to help a little bit with the stopping. As far as I can tell, that's it. Now, the things I do like is everything else, basically. I like the way it looks. Maybe fatter tyres would set it off a bit more. Maybe slightly thicker forks as well, but these are perfectly acceptable. But yeah, I quite like the looks. When you look at it on the website, it doesn't look that nice. It doesn't look as good. But once you've got it in person, you can appreciate it a hell of a lot more. And I quite like the front end. Reminds me of a transformer head, this bit here. Don't know why. Back in when I was a kid, Transformers was big when I was a youngster, about 30 years ago. That's when the original movie came out. It just reminds me of Transformers, I don't know why. What other things do I like? Obviously I love the colour. The seating position's fantastic. It's really comfortable. It's like quite upright and neutral. You're not hunched over. So that's nice. The mirrors are good. Not the best in the world, but they do the job. You can still see behind you and see the lanes either side of you. Obviously you've got to do your head checks, but the mirrors are they're fairly good. You're not filled with your arm, put it that way. You got maybe a quarter of your arm in it, and then the rest of it's road, depending how you angle them, obviously, but they're perfectly fine for me. I like the digital dash. I'm a big fan of digital dashes. I'm not a big fan of analog dashes, to be honest. I think they're a bit old school looking. I'm not into the old school look. The light's fantastic. LED lights. Nice bright white colour, not a yellowy bulb. Plus these light up at night, so you're more visible, which is always handy. Another thing I like is the fuel economy. Oh my god, the fuel economy is something else. Let me show you the miles per gallon I'm getting. I'm getting 165 miles to the gallon, average. So that is just that's bonkers. I think my diesel Mondeo is only getting 33. This is getting 165, and it's a lot more fun. So yeah, I think it's a perfect commuting machine. Even when I get my full license, I might keep this just as a commuter, because it's so good on fuel and tax. It's only 24 quid a year tax. Insurance should be cheap once I've got some no claims rolling in. Everything else I like about it. It's I chose it because it was the cheapest option I had, and apparently everyone says these engines are bulletproof. It's air cooled, don't have to worry about coolant. It's simple to service if you do it yourself. I've got a service pack when I bought it, but if I ever have to service it myself in the future. It's very easy. You've got your oil filter, oil check, dipstick and a filler cap. The sump plug's just under there somewhere. That's it. That's very simple. Very simple to service. So that's my bike, and I am very happy with it. Like I say, I've got nothing else to compare it to. So as a beginner bike, I'm really chuffed with it. I think I've got a good deal here for £3,000. You get a brand new out of the showroom vehicle. Never thought I'd have a brand new out of the showroom vehicle in my life, considering the cheapest cars are 15 grand nowadays. And I got this out of the showroom for 24 with 3 miles on the clock after their test ride of it. So yeah, if you're a new rider, you don't know what bike to get, I would highly recommend this. You can get cheaper Chinese ones, but not much cheaper. So maybe 600 quid cheaper, you'll get a Chinese Lex motor or something. But when it comes to selling it, you won't get anywhere near your money back. Whereas these hold their money really, really well. And it's a Honda. You've got that brand name reliability behind you. I mean, Lex Motor aren't known for their reliable bikes, or a lot of the Chinese companies aren't. So that's another reason I went for it. Have that Honda reliability. I mean, the engine's only 10.6 horsepower or something like that, so it's not the strongest, but it's good. It's good for 60 miles an hour, and that's all I need it for. Once I pass my test, I can get a bigger bike in future if I need it. But for what I need it, this is perfect. A lot of fun, lovely colour, can't grumble. And if you're in the Maidstone area, yeah, definitely check out Laguna Honda in Aylesford. So they've got a Honda, Triumph and Harley Davidson dealership, all in the same complex, all owned by Laguna Motorcycles. But yeah, the Honda guys are really, really nice. I would recommend it. That's me motorbike. I'm down here practicing my slow manoeuvres, trying to get the clutch control for slow manoeuvres down, which is not easy on a little revvy engine, because throttle control is quite difficult on a really small revvy engine. But yeah, just the low speed stuff. You don't even need the clutch on this for low speed, because it doesn't stall until you get right down to like 1 mile an hour. So you can just have the clutch completely out, control it with the throttle. It's a little bit jerkier that way, but you can do U-turns easy like that, not even have to worry about clutch control. But when you do your test, I'm guessing the bigger bikes probably do need that clutch control. I'm not sure, I'm not an expert, but I'm practicing it anyway, just in case they do, for when I take my test. So that's why I'm down here. I'm going off topic now, aren't I? So yeah, that's my bike. That's why I bought it, because it's cheap, reliable, and economical, comfortable, and I definitely recommend it. So yeah, if you're watching the video, thanks very much, and I'll do another one soon on why I bought the gear I bought, like gloves, jackets, jeans, shoes. So I'll see you in the next video. And thanks for watching. Thank you very much.